How's it going, everybody? Jack here with a review today of the Marley Positive Vibration on-ear headphones. I did do an unboxing of these, so if you did miss that, I'll have a link on the screen now and in the description for you mobile viewers. If you're interested in seeing what comes in the box, definitely go take a look at that, and then come back here to see the full review. So as I said, I've been using these for around a month now, and I feel I can bring you an honest review of them, telling you what I think about them and my honest opinions. So these are the second set of headphones I've used, but the first I've used for long periods of time, and I've been very impressed. Considering they're around £40 in the UK, maybe slightly cheaper on Amazon and if you're in a different country. Obviously I have links down below if you want to purchase these, but they're very good for the price you pay. So they've got very good highs and lows, and I've been very impressed with just how well they perform. So as for the build quality, I've been very impressed. They are very flexible, so you can fit on pretty much any size head, and they slide up and down on the side, so you can use basically, depending on whether you have a very large head or a very small head, it can basically fit on your ears very comfortably. You're not going to have any issues with only having it, say, half over your ear. So you're going to be able to get all the best sound quality no matter who you are, basically. They also do fold up into a very neat little package, and the only downside to this is you do have to have the ear cups extended fully for be able to fold up like this. So if you have a specific sort of setup that you like, the way the amount they've pulled out, then you're going to have to sort of memorize that if you want to fold it up. It's pretty simple to do. I've just memorized how much the white cable slides out, and it's not too difficult. It's just a bit of a pet hate of mine that you have to do this every time you want to fold them up. Going back to the build quality, these are very high quality. Just the amount of stitching on this, I'm not sure if this is leather, but it's very comfortable. And just the high quality, I've not had a single tear in it, or none of the threads have come loose in the time I've been using this. And I've used this pretty much every day for the month I've been testing it. And obviously, if anything does go wrong substantially, I'll make a follow-up video to this, because obviously I don't want you to go out there and purchase something if there is an issue with it. As I said, the ear cups, they do sit on your ear. That is the design of these headphones, but I've not found that they're too painful. You will have to take off, at least I had to take them off at periods of time, because they do eventually just sort of put pressure on your head, but you basically have to take it off for 10 seconds and then you're absolutely fine. That's about once every hour at the most. I've watched a whole film with not having to take these off, and it's absolutely fine. You shouldn't have any issues when using these like that. But if that's something that annoys you, maybe you want to go for some more expensive ones. But as I said, you've got to look at the price of these headphones and just think that they're very good quality, and you're going to have to expect some sort of downsides like this. So as for the branding, there's not a ton of Marley branding on it, but it's definitely noticeable. You have two on each side of the ear cups, and it adds to the design. It doesn't take away from it. It's not absolutely in your face and looks horrible. It looks okay, and I'm not too bothered about this. And obviously it is a Marley product, so they're going to want to make sure that people understand what it is. So it comes with a 3.5mm headphone jack. It is an angled L-shaped one, and I've not had any issues when using this with my iPhone, despite it being on the bottom where my lightning port is. I've also not had any problems when using it with a case, which is a nice add-on to have, as there is also sort of a recessed about a half of a centimetre before it goes into the L shape, which is very useful. But obviously if you have got a big case on it, you may need to use an adapter, none of them are provided, so you may need to pick something up on Amazon or eBay. The cable is a braided cable, and this is supposedly to stop the cable from getting tangled, and it works to a certain extent. I also have this same cable on a pair of headphones by Marley that I also reviewed. I'll have a link on the screen now and also in the description to them if you want to see them. But yeah, so the cable, it works well. It's definitely a lot better than some just standard rubber wire coverings that you get. That just gets tangled horribly, especially those Apple headphones, and these don't get too badly tangled up. They're very nice, and they seem to work okay. But you may get the odd sort of knot or something if you leave these tangled sort of in a pile somewhere. So these do have a fixed cable. There's no option of having a removable cable. So as I said, if you're going to be using this with a case or something, you may need to get an adapter, but there's no other issues that I found with that. Also, due to the build quality, there is a nice sort of fabric feeling along the top. It's very nice. It's not got any static issues, which I've had with previous headphones, where they've sort of just made your head itch or anything like that. There's not had any issues when using these, and they just generally feel very comfortable when using. So as I said, I use these for a long period of time. I use them when video editing, when doing my voiceovers, and also just for general listening, and I've not had any issues with them. I've never had any bad sound quality, if that makes sense. I've not I've had these up to very, very high volume, and you can actually use these as speakers if you wanted to. Just completely irrelevant, but if you didn't want to have them on your ear and you don't have external speakers, they are capable of going out loud, that you can actually just leave them on your desk or whatever and just basically use them as speakers, and they don't seem to be struggling when pumping out that much power. Anyway, that wraps it up my review of the Marley Positive Vibration on-ear headphones. There is also a pouch which comes with this, but I didn't feel that there was much needed to review of this. It is basically just a pouch, and it's a nice quality pouch. If you want to see what it looks like, I did cover it in the unboxing. I covered everything that came in the box. So once again, a link will be on the screen and in the description down below. If you did make it this far in the video, I'd really appreciate a comment and a like on this video. And also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Steedman for the latest news and just sort of behind the scenes stuff. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my future videos. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.